Stop throwing your money away on a Roku or an Amazon Fire Stick right now. Seriously, do not buy a streaming box today. The current Apple TV 4K is officially on life support, and Apple is quietly positioning a massive hardware leap that is going to completely redefine your living room. We're not talking about another minor spec bump or some cheap plastic dongle. Apple is prepping the highly anticipated Apple TV Ultra, and it is designed to be an absolute powerhouse. Mark Gurman over at Bloomberg just confirmed that this hardware is basically locked and loaded for a fall 2026 launch window, meaning September or October is about to get very interesting. But this is where the plot actually thickens and why I am telling you to hold on to your cash right now. Let us separate the absolute facts from the hopeful fanboy theories. Gurman did not etch a September release date into stone, but what he confirmed is that the next generation Apple TV, alongside a fresh lineup of HomePods, is fully prepped for the fall cycle. September is definitely on the table, but October is equally viable. Honestly, I will believe the stage time when I see it, because Apple has a habit of dropping these upgrades via a random Tuesday press release. Ming-Chi recently chimed in on the supply chain side of things, noting that Apple is heavily ramping up production on a heavily modified, supercharged processor explicitly designed to handle on-device AI workloads. We're talking about the A17 Pro silicon making its way to the big screen. The ELEC actually reported last week that TSMC 3nm yields have improved so much that Apple can afford to dump these high-end chips into lower-volume hardware, like a streaming box. That is an insane amount of silicon power for a device that mostly just plays Netflix. But why the massive processor upgrade? Look at that massive, glaring omission from WWDC 2026 that almost the entire tech media completely glossed over. Apple was on stage heavily pushing the magic of the new Siri and Apple Intelligence. They showed how it understands on-screen context and pulls real-time web variables. But look closely at the hardware compatibility list they flashed on stage. iPhone, iPad, Mac, Apple Watch, and Vision Pro. The biggest screen in your house was completely missing from that VIP roster. It is not because they forgot about the living room. They literally announced tvOS 27 that exact same day. Here is the undeniable truth. The current A15 Bionic inside the existing Apple TV simply does not have the neural engine horsepower to process local Apple Intelligence tasks. They are purposefully gatekeeping the television variant of this AI for the upcoming Apple TV Ultra. Imagine sitting on your couch and just casually telling Siri to put on that sci-fi movie where the guy is stranded on Mars, drop the living room lights to 10%, and pull up the driveway camera in the corner. That level of localized ambient computing requires serious neural engine processing. Are you guys actually excited for a smarter Siri on your TV? Or do you just use the remote? Drop a comment down below and let me know. Speaking of the remote, we need to talk about the physical hardware changes because Shrimp Apple Pro has been heavily leaking the new chassis and controller designs. If you're expecting a radical redesign that looks like a metallic UFO, you need to dial those expectations back. The box itself is reportedly keeping its sleek, low-profile aesthetic. But the Siri Remote is finally slated for a massive, heavily requested overhaul. We are begging for motion-activated backlit buttons for dark home theaters. Mac Otakara claims Apple is testing a significantly louder Find My Speaker tracker inside the aluminum housing so we do not lose our minds when it slides into the couch abyss. They are also supposedly adding a physical toggle to disable the hypersensitive touch surface that causes accidental scrubbing. I swear that touchpad is the most frustrating part of the Apple ecosystem right now. Let's talk about what the hardcore home theater enthusiasts are aggressively demanding. A new chip is great, but we want the fundamental missing pieces. DG Times recently published a report detailing Apple sourcing new AV1 decoding hardware for upcoming media devices. We desperately need true audio pass-through for local streaming apps like Plex, uncompressed Dolby Atmos support, and perfect Dolby Vision implementation. And we have to talk about the storage situation. Ling, a premium media box in 2026 with only 64 gigabytes of storage, is borderline insulting. If they actually port native console tier AAA gaming titles directly to tvOS like Resident Evil or Death Stranding, those high-fidelity textures and modern game caches consume massive amounts of space. Apple needs to make 128 gigabytes the absolute bare minimum standard, include a gigabit Ethernet port on every single model, and introduce a 256 gigabyte tier for the power users. Are we just going to buy a ridiculously overpowered micro console just to watch tech reviews on YouTube, or will developers actually port real games to this platform? The A17 Pro is fully capable of thermal throttling, if not cooled right, but the Apple TV chassis has plenty of room for heat dissipation. They can push that silicon much harder than they do in an iPhone. Pair that with the new in-one wireless array that Ross Young and other display analysts have been hinting at, and you have a monster. We are talking guaranteed Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6.0, and absolute native thread support for zero-latency home automation. This is no longer just a box for streaming movies. This makes the Apple TV Ultra the absolute untouchable brain of your smart home ecosystem, processing command for your smart locks, surveillance feeds, and dynamic lighting with zero cloud latency. Would you willingly pay the Apple tax for a 256 gigabyte smart home hub? Sound off in the comments right now. Now brace yourselves because we need to talk about the inevitable price hike. Years ago, the entry-level box started at an easy $129. Today, they push the higher tiers to $149. Apple is very clearly conditioning the market for a higher ceiling. If this rumored Apple TV Ultra launches at $299, it absolutely must deliver the premium backlit remote, the A17 Pro chip, and uncompromised on-device AI. Frankly, Apple, if we are paying ultra-premium prices, put a high-speed HDMI 2.1 cable in the damn box. Do not force us to go digging through a drawer of old cables for a $300 device. Seamless integration should mean everything is included. So here is the final verdict on whether you should buy the current model right now or hold your cash. It is incredibly straightforward. If your current setup is streaming 4K without stuttering, just wait. If you're holding out for console gaming, smart home dominance, or Apple Intelligence, absolutely wait. Do not throw $150 out the window today just to own outdated silicon in a matter of weeks. The only acceptable reason to buy the current generation right now is if your smart TV operating system is completely broken and you need a functional screen tonight. The Apple TV Ultra is approaching fast. The fall 2026 window is opening, bringing the in-one wireless array, a 17 Pro power, and a completely reinvented Siri.